what's your nationality? African American. You are not an African American. You are from the tribe of Judah. You are an Israelite according to the Bible.
Right.
Right? In slavery, right, us serving our enemies, them putting yokes of iron on our neck, beating us, they gave us those names. Right? So we would lose our identity. That's actually prophesied that we would lose our identity. Jeremiah 17:4, right? The Israelites would lose their identity. So we are not black, we're not African American, we are the children of Israel. So if I ask you, what's your nationality, what would you say now?
Judah.
Judah, you from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
You know the greatest man that ever walked this earth, Christ, he's from the tribe of Judah, a black man. If I were to ask y'all, what's your nationality? Black. What's your nationality, sis? Black. Go back to Revelations, the 12 gates, right? So on those gates were written the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. You say you're black, you say you're black. Let's find out if black is written on the gates. Read.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates.
Right, so this is talking about the kingdom of heaven, right? It had a wall and it had 12 gates. In the Christian church, they teach that there's just one big pearly gate, but that is not written according to scriptures.
And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels.
12 angels, read.
And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Right. So this is why it is important that you must learn your nationality, because the kingdom of heaven is only for the 12 tribes of Israel. If we're walking around calling ourselves black African American,
what I'm supposed to call myself?
Right. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you who you are according to the scriptures. Because that name, black African American, that was given to us in slavery. That is not our true name. That is not our heritage.
I'm supposed to call myself
Right. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. Read that. Deuteronomy.
What I'm supposed to call myself?
Deuteronomy 28. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you, because we have lost our nationality. We have lost our heritage.
Okay.
In slavery, they have beaten our names. They have beaten our names out of us. They've given us black. You ever seen?
I understand that.
Right. You ever seen the
understand that.
You ever seen the movie Roots?
Yeah.
Right. Where they beat Kunta Kinte. They said, no, your name going to be called Toby. That's what they did to us in slavery. So I'm about to show you your nationality according to the Bible. How you doing, sis? Right now, we're about to break down that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the children of Israel. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37.
No, start at 15.
Verse 15. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right, so Moses is speaking to the children of Israel. He's telling them, if you don't listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, hearken means to listen, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right, so Moses is speaking to the children of Israel. He said, if you don't listen to what the Lord thy God commands of you, that curses will come upon you. Now keep in mind, Moses is speaking to the children of Israel. Let's find out what these curses are. Start at verse 46. Read.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For a sign. These curses, you children of Israel, these curses will be upon you for a sign. What does a sign do? A sign lets you know something, right? If I were looking for like a Chick-fil-A, I would know it's a Chick-fil-A by the what? By the sign. So Moses told the children of Israel that these curses will be upon you for a sign to tell you who you are in the last days, because we would lose our nationality. Right? Read on.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign,
For a sign,
and for a wonder,
a wonder.
and upon thy seed forever.
Right. So these curses will be upon our seed forever. Right? Today, right now, currently, we still call ourselves black. We still call ourselves African American. We call ourselves after our slave master's name. Right? Jump to verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Right. Therefore, you Israelites would serve your enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee,
Right.
and hunger.
In hunger. The so-called, our people, what? Do we own any major grocery stores? Do we own the Walmarts, the Food Lions? Do we own those things?
No, but we own a lot
No.
of things though.
No, we look. Listen. Do we own the food production companies? Right. We may own a side. We may own like a little corner mart or a little like gas station. But where do we get the products from? Where do we get the food from? The major lines, right? And who owns those things? The so-called white man, right?
Right.
It said we would serve our enemies for hunger, read,
And in thirst.
and in thirst. If you don't pay your water bill, what's gonna happen?
The water can get cut off.
The water gonna get cut off. So it said, you black man, the Israelites, you would serve your enemies in the last day for hunger and in thirst, read,
And in the want of all things.
in want of all things. You want an education, who you gotta go to?
A teacher.
A teacher. And who is that? Who owns these schools? Our enemies, the so-called white man, right? If you want a driver's license, where you gotta go to? The DMV. Who owns that? Right? If you want a car, who produces these cars? It said, you Israelites, in these last days, you would serve your enemies for food, for hunger, for thirst, and for want of all things, right? Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And he will put a yoke of iron upon your neck. Our enemies, the so-called white man, put a yoke of iron upon our neck. Now keep in mind, it's speaking to the children of Israel. He said these curses will be upon us for a sign. So these curses will let the Israelites know today who they are. Because we have lost who we are. We lost our heritage. Right? Jump to verse 68. Right? Keep in mind, Moses is speaking to the children of Israel. He said these curses, you serving your enemies, is going to be for a sign to let you know you are the children of Israel. Right? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord will bring you, the Israelites, into Egypt again. Do you know a little bit of history about the Israelites? And Moses, them coming out of Egypt, Moses parting the Red Sea, right?
Yeah.
Did the Israelites ever go back into Egypt? The landmass after Moses delivered them out? No, they didn't. But Moses just said what? Read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right, into Egypt again. The Israelites never went back into Egypt. So what is this talking about? We have to find out what Egypt is talking about. Give me that. Exodus 20. Read.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Right?
out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. So when it's referring to Egypt, it means house of bondage. What's another word for bondage? If you're bond.
Chained up.
Chained up. You're slaves, right? Right? You're in captivity, slavery. Right? So go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. So now we got an understanding of what Egypt means bondage, slavery. Read that.
Verse Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into slavery again. Read.
With ships.
With ships. Who did that happen to? Us. Right? Who did slavery happen to? Who came on this side of the world on ships? Us, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? This is speaking to the children of Israel. He said these curses will be a sign to let you know that you are the children of Israel. So, what if I were to ask you, you say you black. You're not black, you're from the tribe of Judah, right? What's your nationality? African American. You are not an African American. You are from the tribe of Judah. You are an Israelite according to the Bible. Right? In slavery, right, us serving our enemies, them putting yokes of iron on our neck, beating us, they gave us those names. Right? So we would lose our identity. That's actually prophesied that we would lose our identity. Jeremiah 17:4, right? The Israelites would lose their identity. So we are not black, we're not African American, we are the children of Israel. So if I ask you, what's your nationality, what would you say now?
Judah.
Judah, you from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
You know the greatest man that ever walked this earth, Christ, he's from the tribe of Judah, a black man. Read that, Jeremiah 17:4. I'm gonna show you that, but I'm gonna read this.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4. And thou, even thyself,
It's talking to the Israelites. He's saying, you Israelites, read,
shall discontinue from thine inheritance.
it said you with Judah, you from the tribe of Judah. He said you would discontinue from who you are. You would lose your nationality. You would lose who you are. You would discontinue from your heritage. Read.
That I gave thee,
Right.
and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies, and a land which thou knowest not.
In the land which thou knowest not. Because we're from Jerusalem. That's where we're from. That's our motherland. Right? But he said you would lose your nationality and you would serve your enemies in a land that you know not. Are we serving our enemies today? Yeah, we serve our enemies for all things. Right? Where you get them shoes from? Reebok. Your people own Reebok?
I don't know.
Right? Oh,
I don't know.
right. But my point is everything, everything we get is from our enemies.
Right.
Driver's license, education, birth certificate, death certificate, clothing, food, water, shelter, right? We go for all those things from our enemies. We may have a couple of people who's well established in this life, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, right? But as a nation, we are at the bottom. We live in the ghettos. We live in the slums, right? That's where we are. We're at the bottom of society, right? Earlier, I said that Christ was from the tribe of Judah, a black man, right? We're going to get you that. The greatest man that ever walked the planet Earth, Christ, he's actually from the tribe of Judah too. Read that. Hebrews 7:14.
Hebrews chapter 7 verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Our Lord, it's talking about Jesus Christ. It said it's a fact that he sprang out of the tribe of Judah. If you're a black man, right, a so-called black man, you come from Judah, and Christ comes from Judah, what does that make him?
Black man.
A black man, a colored man, right? Now we're going to show you more proof about what Christ would look like. Because in the Christian church, they got this man hanged up, right? In the Christian church, you go to church?
Yeah.
You still go to church? Right? Who they got hanging up in the church?
That person.
Him, right? Who they got hanging up in the church is Jesus Christ? A white man. Do you believe Christ is a white man? How do you know that?
What y'all show me?
Right. Well, we're gonna show you. We're gonna read it for you. Revelations 1:14. All right. We're gonna show you that Christ is a black man. Read that.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right. So this is talking about Christ. It said his head and his hairs were white like wool. It's talking about his texture of his hair. Who on this earth has woolly textured hair? Us, black people, right? It said his beard and his hairs was like wool. Read.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. Read.
And his eyes eyes were as a flame of fire.
As a flame of fire. Do you know Christ's first miracle? Right. You think he drunk some of that wine?
I don't know.
He did. But Christ wasn't a drunk, right? He drank some of that wine, but he wasn't a drunk, right? You know how when you drink wine or something like that, the whites of your eyes turn red? That's what it means when it says his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Bring it up.
Read on.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like unto fine brass. Is your feet the same color as the rest of your body?
I mean,
The top of your feet. If I were to look, if you were to have sandals on right now, and you look down, would your feet be the same color as the rest of your body?
it's a little,
It might be
lighter.
It might be a little lighter
Yeah,
because it
but-
don't get as much sunlight.
Yeah,
But generally it'll be the same color.
Yeah.
Right? So it said his feet was like unto fine brass. What color is brass?
Bronze, like this.
Bronze, brown, right? So it said Christ's feet was like unto fine brass. But let's get specific. Read that.
And his feet like unto fine brass. As,
How y'all doing?
as if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. You burn anything, what color is it going to be?
Start to turn brown.
It's going to be brown. It's going to be black. So
Right.
Christ was a black man.
Right.
Right? If the Son was black, what does that make the Father? Black. So these depictions they got up in the Christian church hanging up, these are false images. These are false Christ. This is the Antichrist. This is not Christ. Christ was a black man from the tribe of Judah. And you're from the tribe of Judah, so you should take pride in that. Judah is the top tribe out of the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? So Christ is a black man. You're from the tribe of Judah. Brother, what's your tribe? What's your nationality? What's your tribe? No. What did we read earlier about the children of Israel?
Judah. Oh yeah, Judah.
Right. You're from the tribe of Judah.
That's
right?
right.
Remember, we read the curses about the curses being put upon the children of Israel. Right? And the curses would be for a sign to let them know that you are not an African American. You are not a Jamaican. You're not a Haitian. You're the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
Right? So now that we know our nationality, what does that mean? Right? So I'm going to show you Deuteronomy 10 and 12. So now you knowing that you're from the tribe of Judah, there's requirements out of us, right? God put us on this earth and he gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. Remember earlier, we broke his laws, statutes, and commandments. So he put these curses upon us. But I'm going to show you what's required of you. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12. And now Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
You, from the tribe of Judah, what does God require of you? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God,
To fear him
to walk in all his ways.
and to walk in all his ways. Right? What'd you say?
I said I knew that already. To fear him and to walk in his ways.
Right, but what is his ways? That's a good question, right? So we have to find out what God's ways. Right. I'm gonna give you some simple laws, right? But finish that off.
To walk in all his ways, and to love him,
To love him,
and to serve the Lord thy God,
Right.
with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
to keep the commandments of the Lord.
Right.
It said to love him and to keep his commandments. So in order to love God, you must be what? Keeping the commandments. Right? So us knowing that we're the children of Israel, we have to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Right? My brother, what's your name? Monte and Dimitri. Monte and Dimitri, right? I see Monte. You shave your beard?
Not really nobody know I'm out here.
Not really? Okay, all praises. That's good. It looked like you don't shave your beard either.
Huh?
You don't shave your beard?
Yeah, I do a little bit.
You do?
Like I
Okay.
said, I can't grow complete. Like
Right,
him,
right, like
I
me.
can't-
Like me, look.
Yeah,
This is all I can go right now. This all I can go right now, but I'm
When
not.
it get crazy, like I can't do nothing like that or nothing.
Right,
It
right.
get crazy.
Right, yeah. Right? We're going to give you a simple law. This is a simple law. Read.
Leviticus chapter 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head,
Right?
neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
Right. So us being Israelites, we are not supposed to be shaving off our beards. Right? You can cut it down, but don't bald it. Don't shave it completely off, right? You can cut it short. Let's say your beard come all the way down here. You can cut it short, but not to bald it. Give me that Mar 19. 19, right? Read.
Brother Scott.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Mar the corners of your beard. So that's going into you shaving into your beard. You're destroying your line. You know how some people, they got the little chin strap? You cannot do that according to the laws of God, right? It said not to mar, meaning to cut into or destroy. You're destroying the line of your beard by having a chin strap, by having a little goatee, right? Give me fringes, right? So these are simple laws that you can do today of what God requires of you, keeping his commandments. These are simple laws, right? It ain't hard not to just shave off your beard. That ain't hard. I'm going to show you another one. Read.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Right. So this is Moses still. He's speaking to the children of Israel. He said, bid them, meaning command them to make fringes on the borders of their garments. If you look at all of us out here, what do we have on the bottom of our clothes? The little fringes, right? So Moses said what? Read that from the top.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Right, fringes on the borders of our garments. So that's a commandment that we must keep, that we have fell away from. We have lost our heritage. We don't know that we're supposed to be wearing fringes. This is a simple law of God, right? Fringes, what, $3, $5. It ain't that expensive to put fringes on the bottom of your clothes. Read.
Throughout their generations.
Throughout their generations. So as long as the children of Israel keep having children, that's how long they must keep wearing these fringes. So it never stops. Right? Read on.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
A ribbon of blue. So on top of the fringe, we have a ribbon of blue. Right? So this is a commandment that God has given to the children of Israel. This is a commandment that we must keep. Right? Is that it on that? All right. So y'all been listening for a minute, right? Y'all got any questions about the things you see? About anything that I've said? No questions? No questions? You got any questions? Let me ask y'all this.
I done already asked y'all the question.
I got a question for you. It's okay. I got a question.
Yeah.
Is it okay to smoke weed?
I don't know. I don't smoke weed.
You don't smoke? So you don't smoke at all?
No.
No, you don't smoke at all. Dimitri, right?
No, I'm
Dimitri and...
Say
Say it
the name
again.
out loud.
Tay.
That name on
Tay.
the microphone, man.
You said it's okay to smoke weed. Yeah, that's what you said, right? Why you say that? Why do you say it is okay to smoke weed?
Hey, y'all mad now with that though.
Why do you say that? It's alright.
Because like, if you got the money to buy it, then it's your money, right? You can buy whatever you want with your money.
No.
Yeah, it's your you work for the money.
You work for the money. You can buy whatever you want. But God gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. So you have to make that conscious choice. God said, no, I'm not supposed to be smoking weed, so I'm not going to buy it. But we're going to show you that it is not okay to be smoking anything.
If that's the case, then
It is.
Why did they start growing weed then?
Weed, you know what weed is used for? Weed is a medicine. Weed, it can be used for medicine for your eyesight, right? But our people used it and abused it to start smoking it and start getting high off of it. That is not what weed is meant for. It is nothing is made for you to burn and smoke, suck in smoke and smoke it out. That is destroying your body. You're not supposed to be smoking.
But it's weed for a lot of things.
It's a medicine.
Yeah.
It's not for smoking.
But medicine.
Give me that Ciroc.
Ain't medicine made for you to get
Ciroc 38.
Oh, okay.
Say that again.
No medicine get you high. Facts.
Medicine, but is it meant for smoking?
But it's meant for you taking it and
no. But is anything meant for you to be smoking? Let me get a script. Read that.
Hold on, listen. Psalms chapter 38, verse 4. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth.
Right. The Lord made that plant, right? The Lord made that herb, right? It said he made that herb, right? But read.
He that is wise will not abhor them.
Right. He that is wise will not abuse that. You're abusing that. You're abusing your body by smoking that weed, right? So you're abusing it if you're smoking it. But hold on. I'm going to read some more. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Listen. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Don't you know that you, Dimitri, don't you know that you're the temple of God? Read.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
That the Spirit of God is supposed to be dwelling in you. Supposed to be dwelling in you, right? Read on.
If any man defile the temple of God,
right,
him shall God destroy.
If you're defiling your temple, God will destroy you. Inhaling that smoke, that's going to destroy you. By what? Cancer, lung cancer. Right. All these things will destroy your body. God said you're his temple. God said his spirit is supposed to be dwelling in you. God's spirit cannot dwell in you while you're inhaling that smoke. That is abusing your body. God did not make that herb for you to be smoking. So you're not supposed to be smoking weed. Did you understand that?
Yeah.
Right? If you go to Enterprise Hertz, you rent a car from them, do they allow you to smoke in their vehicle?
Nah.
No.
What about
God gave us these bodies.
What about drinking?
We can.
They drink wine.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer that next, right? God gave us this body, right? This is like a rental. God said you cannot abuse this body. You cannot defile this body. You cannot inhale smoke with this body, right? Now you said, now y'all understand about smoking, right? You can't defile your temple.
What about
you understand that, right? You understand that, right? You don't smoke, right? But you drink. You say you drink. Give me Titus. Give me Titus. I want Titus 2 first.
But I'm saying,
right?
Like, what about that though?
Right.
Because I know Jesus drank.
Right. I'm about to answer your question, right? So it is not okay to smoke, but let's find out. Jesus drank. Jesus drank, right? He drank wine, right? But he wasn't a drunkard. He wasn't a drunkard. Give me that. Titus 2.
Titus chapter 2, verse 6.
It's Jeremiah.
Young man.
Young man. You're a young man. You're a young man. He's a young man. Read.
Likewise, exhort to be sober-minded.
Exhort to be sober-minded. When you smoke weed, are you sober? No, you're getting high. If you're getting, no, you're eventually gonna get high. You're eventually gonna get high, right? Now he said, exhort to be sober-minded. If you're overindulging yourself in liquors and alcohol, are you sober? No, you're not sober, right? So it is okay to drink, but it is not okay to get drunk. You understand that? You understand?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with roles.